All right, you guys, we're back. We're live. And I forgot to plug my mic in. But if you'd like to come work with me, studentsymposium.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, all the fun stuff when it comes to competing. Hopefully my sound just got better because I just plugged my mic in. What's up? Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to our daily live feed. And as always, as you are logging on, say hi, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're logging on Instagram, we are live on YouTube and on Facebook. And we'll be sharing a few photos tonight. Not a lot, but a few. What's up to Raven and to Jared and to Aurelia? Qatar. What's up, guys? And also, if you'd like to work with me, my website, QR code right here in the corner. You can scan that. That goes to SeansControlKeys.com. Hey, off the elliptical. Yeah, we know those prep feels right there. I did my cardio today. Spicy. No, I like it. Oh, love it. Yeah, I did my 15 minutes today. A whole 15 minutes. I actually didn't have to do cardio today. Today was a rest day for me. But I always like to get up and do cardio anyway, and it doesn't have to be intense. We talked about this before, but just getting up and getting my steps in, that kind of thing. So that's essentially what I did today. I didn't really bust my ass or anything like that. I didn't try to go hard. Just wanted to make sure I got some steps. So what's up? Tomorrow I'm going to be in the car for a long time going to Universe. So we have a lot of girls competing in Universe. All together between the girls that I'm working with through haircut, posing suits, all that stuff, we've got over 10 girls competing. So you can keep your 75 minutes. I'm good with that. So yeah, 15 minutes right now is great. I just started prepping a couple of weeks ago, and I've got 21 weeks to go, something like that. So I got plenty of time. Thank you. As far as looking pretty, I just took a shower. That's all I did. And but my hair is still wet, so I got to still dry it. And so that's why it's in a braid right now. My hair's gotten so long, you guys. It's literally down to the middle of my back. I was shocked because I don't, I do my hair curly quite often. I try to do it straight when I go to shows because it makes it easier to keep up with it. But it's literally to the middle of my back. I didn't realize until when I brushed it all out today. I was like, damn. I was like, my hair's gotten long. Everybody saying hi in the comments. Love it. But so tonight, what I thought we would do, I took a look at the pro list for Taiwan, and there's really not a lot of girls on there that we're familiar with. Sarah Choi is really probably your front runner for that particular show. She's an ex-Olympian. She's placed pretty well in almost all shows she's been in. So I would say that she would be probably your front runner. But there's nobody really notable to pull out and kind of review or to preview. So I thought we would do something a little bit different this particular Wednesday, and we talk about avoiding the last minute fire drill when it comes to peak week and what not to do during peak week. Now we got Jared on here. He's a coach. We got some other coaches that log on, so feel free to kind of put your 2 cents in here as well. I find that a lot of newer competitors feel like that last week going into a show is when everything should change, when in reality it shouldn't. In reality, peak week shouldn't be a whole lot different than any other week. You probably are going to start to deload some of your training and cardio. You might do a little bit of water or carb manipulation, but not a lot. I feel like at the end of the day, slow and steady is always going to be the best way to do it, and just kind of coast into a show. You should already be in shape, so you shouldn't have to do a whole lot of things in order to look good on stage. Peak week is not the week where you throw caution to the wind and just do a whole bunch of shit. That's not what you do. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's right. Exactly right. So I'm going to give you guys a few little hacks, as far as suit hacks. I'm going to give you some of those tonight. Because this is something that I'm seeing happen more and more and more. So I wanted to give you some quick fixes, some easy things that you can do. And also, while I'm doing that, I want to open up the floor to you guys to tell me some of your don'ts when it comes to peak week, right? Some of the things that maybe a coach has told you to do in the past, or maybe something you did in the past that didn't work for you. Maybe something that somebody has said to you that you should do that really makes zero difference. I'll throw a few of them out for myself. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about the FODMAP diet, but essentially it's a diet that you follow when you have, irritable bowel syndrome, or you have issues with inflammation, or food allergies, things like that. And there are certain foods that are inflammatory, and certain foods that will bloat you, or whatever it may be. I always had an issue in peak week when I would switch to asparagus. Asparagus never did what people said it should do as far as making you pee a lot and things like that. It never did that for me. It actually hurt my stomach quite a bit. And lo and behold, it's on the FODMAP diet as one of those things that's an irritant for some people that have problems with their digestive tract, like myself. So come to find out, asparagus was actually detrimental for me in peak week. So it does not have magical properties, by the way. I think a lot of times why people do the asparagus, I think it's a lower fiber food, that kind of thing. So it helps you to not retain water as much as if you were eating like broccoli or something like that. But there's nothing magical about asparagus, just like there's nothing magical about fish, right? So here's some: don't cut water and expect to lose fat. You should have lost a while ago. That's a big one. Yes, absolutely. Don't cut out salt. Absolutely. Yep. Don't believe in hype items that people randomly think they have to eat peak week. Stick to foods that have been known to work and load up on those things. Yes, absolutely. So I'll use a example of a coach that I had in the past who used to make us carb up on pancakes and Pop-Tarts and Snickers bars and gummy bears and you name it. A recipe for a fucking disaster on show day. Let me tell you what, I looked like I was, 6 months pregnant with a little pooch, and I was lean as hell with a little pooch. Yeah, not a smart move. If your body's not used to taking it in and ingesting it and digesting it well, don't do it on peak week, right? That's interesting that you say that, because wifey was just complaining the asparagus was making her not feel good, and it took me by surprise. Yeah. So I went and looked up the FODMAP diet and realized that was what was going on with me. So I actually switched to zucchini. I think it was what I switched to. I was fine when I would do green beans and stuff like that. I was fine when I would do zucchini. And the zucchini had to be without skin as well. So getting rid of the skin. Because of the fiber aspect and all that. So, and what else? And cucumbers, like I could do cucumbers. Cucumbers were fine. Stuff like that. Asparagus, no. Asparagus was not good for me. I remember the pancake carb up back in the days, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Did all that. What have you been eating? Keep it at peak week. It's not time to implement a new food. Yep. Don't stare at social media comparing yourself to stage photos. That's a good one. Yep. Keep stress low. Yes. I can't do asparagus or fish. Broccoli bloats a lot of people too. Yep. I switched to spinach with no issues. Yeah. If you're not sure about a particular leafy green, don't throw it in during your peak week, right? That was something too that always kind of stuck in the back of my head. When I was in peak week, I would take out egg whites. People always said the egg whites thing because of sodium. I took the egg whites out because I felt like egg whites made me feel uncomfortable, like bloated, like I couldn't go to the bathroom. So I would take egg whites out and put chicken in instead. Come to find out now, I realize I actually have a sensitivity or an allergy or whatever you want to call it to egg whites. I don't eat egg whites at all anymore because of that. So that was just something that I would take out during peak week because I felt different when I would not eat it, right? But throwing in foods that you're not used to ingesting is not a good idea. What else was I going to say here? Yeah, keep stress low. Absolutely. I was just talking to Jennifer about this. We're talking about looking at flights and things like that. And like, if you're going to have to spend a couple extra $100 on a flight that's going to make the travel less stressful, spend a couple hundred extra bucks, spend it, right? Because the stress level is worth it, right? Keeping the stress level down. So this is something they say don't do, but how it worked for me, they say don't look at the peak week announcement for the show and see who's coming. Yeah, I don't ever look at who I'm going to be competing against. It's hard to do during in the amateurs though. You don't know really who's showing up in the amateur level, especially because you don't know until they height you in which class you're going to be in, things like that. So also understanding people's fiber needs are different, or understanding resistant starches that bloat. Yep. But I made a few friends for over 3 years now from doing just that, wishing them luck, especially new competitors. I felt more at ease at the show, make great friends. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I mean, everybody's a little different when it comes to that, as far as how that's going to affect you mentally. You know what I mean? I can understand that. So Jared, you mentioned resistance starches, and I thought resistance bands. So don't go doing massive, like life-altering workouts the week of your peak week. You're not going to drop any more weight or add any more muscle through your workouts that last week. It's just not going to happen. What's done is done. You're either ready or you're not. So you may be able to drop a couple of pounds of water, that kind of thing, but you're not going to just automatically start shedding fat or putting muscle on that week. A lot of it's going to be about your foods and how you manipulate your glycogen stores and things like that. It's not how you train that makes a difference. Usually in that last week, it's more about just getting blood flow to the muscle, and just making sure that you keep them awake and alive and active and not taxing them. I'll also say, as a posing coach, don't go fucking butt ball crazy with your posing the last week. Your body is depleted usually at that point. So the more posing that you do, the more chances of injury that you have. I can't tell you how many girls will blow their back out or tweak their back or something that last week because they've just been trying to catch up on posing practice for the last week. It doesn't work like that. You can't catch up. You're either ready or you're not. There's no in between there, right? I thought I wouldn't want to look at competitor lists, but then realize it is what it is and embrace it with excitement, enthusiasm to share the stage with whoever. Yeah, and again, everybody's a little different with this whole situation too. Like when I was competing 5 years ago, I literally deleted all of my social media apps off of my phone when I'd go into my final week. I was done. I wouldn't even look at my Instagram, Facebook, none of them till the show was over with, because I knew for me that was a huge stressor. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself back then. It was just not a good situation. Mentally, I wasn't in a good place. That was, again, that was 5-6 years ago. I'm in a completely different place now than I was then, but it was just not good. And going on social media made it worse. There were just things that would happen at shows that completely fucked my head up completely. So, you need to understand yourself as well, and understand that if that's going to mess with your head, that you need to get rid of it, right? And there's nothing wrong with getting rid of it for the week. I mean, I would do that. And I actually felt like I would experience the show a whole lot better when I would get rid of my social media stuff. I can remember actually just enjoying where I was and being present in the moment. Now, I've only competed twice. Last year I competed twice. I had social media on the whole time, but I made it a point of being a lot more present when I was there. I think it's important to do that. I remember a lot more from my shows these past 2 shows, the whole week and everything like that, because I made myself be more present. I think a lot of times we can get caught up. We can get caught up on our phones. We can get caught up on what we're supposed to be, communicating with other people, things like that. So I think it's important to just be present in the moment. You never know when your show that you're at right now may be the last show you ever do, right? It's very possible that could be the last show that you ever do for whatever reason, whether you decide not to do anymore or whether you can't do anymore, right? It could be your last one. So, stay off your feet unless necessary. My head is bad enough without all the noise. Yep. I was just going to say you have to be present that way. That's key. Yep. Yep. Some people might want to get rid of their significant others for the week. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you guys, I have to be by myself for shows. No friends, no significant others, no nothing. Holly, Jennifer, you guys know this from last year at New York Pro. I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. Jennifer, you found out. Then you guys came, which was fine. It was totally fine. But I need to have my space, right? I need to have me. I need to be focused on me. And that's the only way I can do that. I can't compete Like I've mentioned this to you guys before. I will never compete here in the DMV area because I have too many clients here. And if I'm competing on stage, that means my clients are in that show. And I may not be competing against them. They maybe in the NPC. But what that means is if they're on stage, I'm focusing on them. I'm not focusing on me. Right? I have a hard time with that. As Virgos, Aurelia, you know this. We focus on everyone else before we focus on ourselves. We are the last ones we focus on. So I have to force myself to be in situations where I can just focus on me. Right? That is a big thing for me, right? Let's see. No salt, no water equals no pump. So don't think you have to cut those things. Carbs need that need to pump or not be flat. Yep. I should remind myself the stage can't be any more scary than the boxing ring. That's true. My dad came to my first show and child never again. I love the seven rooms. Absolutely. There's no way, man. Please put your mask on first before assisting anyone. Oh my God. It's too funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's true though. Like you need to know what's going to work for you. And some people are okay. Like some people are okay with, being around other people, having roommates. Some people thrive in that situation. I do not. I'm a person where I'm like, just give me my space. Just leave me alone. Don't touch me. Like I'll be social when it's time to be social. When the show's over, I'm good. When we're at check-ins, I'm good. All of those places, I'm good at being social in those areas. But when I need my space, I need my space alone. I'm very, very capable of being alone by myself. Just like coach only. Yeah. I was talking to Jennifer about this the other day. I'm like, when I do travel to the shows I have in mind this year, it's going to be Hawaii and Japan, which are going to be on the other side of the planet by myself. And I'm okay with that. Like, I actually like that. I like being by myself. I'm good with myself. I love myself. I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself and handle myself. And I enjoy spending time with myself. I'm a pretty cool person. So, so I like those kinds of things. But again, some people don't. And that's okay. You got to know yourself going into these shows. So, when you go to a show, also remember that. Sometimes it's financially, it makes sense to room with people and things like that when you're competing, helps you save some money. But going back to if it's going to be a stressor on you, it actually may not be a good thing. It actually might be detrimental if it's going to be a stressor for you. Right? Instead of watching the pros at my show, I started watching, and then I know I needed to be by myself in my own space before I went back up there for finals. Yep. Yeah, you got to figure out what works best for you. Commit to things for yourself. You spend a lot of time, effort, money, all of this in order to get ready for shows. Don't blow it all that last week by doing stuff that's not true to yourself, right? And that's just I'm also that kind of person. Like I have a hard time sleeping if I'm not by myself. Holly and I are rooming this weekend. Good luck, Holly. That's what I got to say for you. I'm gonna have to turn on my white noise, and we'll see if I get any sleep. I may have to take some edibles. We'll see. I haven't roomed with somebody at a show, and I don't even know how long. So, Holly, you're in for a ride this weekend. We'll see. I'll be all right. The thing with this weekend is that it's so busy. I've got so many girls competing that I'm not going to have a moment to break, like it's just going to be go, 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 go. So it is what it is. Right. I'll work and money, take care of you and your investment. Absolutely. 100%. Yes. I will say I didn't have the best people with you for the first show. I could have done it alone because I'm used to being alone and doing everything alone. Yep. Yep. It's going to be a fun show, you guys. It's going to be a fun show this weekend. Holly, I'm putting you on a coffee run. That's what I'm going to do. You're going to have to go get coffee in the morning. So, and edibles for the win, for sure. The problem that I have with the edibles, you guys, when I do hair and makeup is because I have to be up so early. I start hair and makeup at 4 a.m. So, if I take an edible, I'm going to still be groggy through the majority of my clients. So I can't do that. I do have a vape, and I bring my vape with me, and I'll use the vape when I'm at shows and I'm doing hair and makeup. So I will do that. If I'm competing, then absolutely edibles, because I'll get good sleep. There you go. Yep. I've got my little French press that I'm bringing with me and everything. But yeah, that'll be the 4 a.m. wake up call right there. So because it understand you get kicked out of the, yeah, same thing with me. Like I've had my husband come to shows with me a couple of times. And we literally get queen beds. He sleeps in his own bed. I sleep in my own bed. I mean, we're covered in tan and shit anyway. So it's like, like, don't touch me. You're going to get tan all over you. So I'll never forget. I'm going to tell this story. Sacramento. I did Sacramento, 5 years ago, something like that. I had already been in California because I did back-to-back shows. So I did San Diego, and then I went up to Sacramento the following week. So I was already there and gone through check-ins, went and got my tan done, all of that. I'm in bed Friday night before the show on Saturday morning. And that's when my husband gets in to Sacramento. So he gets to the hotel around, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night, something like that. I'm already in bed, ready to go. And he's like putting all of his stuff away, taking a shower, watching ESPN. I'm like, bro, I just need to go to sleep. I was like, can you just be quiet and turn the TV off, please? I was dying. And then like having to share the bathroom in the morning. No, I'm like, I got to do my hair and makeup. I need my space. Even at our house here at home, we have our own bathroom areas. We have our own space. I have my own vanity area. Like I don't get in his way. He doesn't get in mine. It works out fantastic. It's fun to know, right? Oh my God. So, yeah. So it's and then I did Hawaii in 2017. And so I'm in the room, like just chilling before the show and everything. We got there a couple days early. He's texting me pictures of his drinks down at the pool. Are you kidding? I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, I can't drink for another 2 days, man. I'm like, geez Louise. Yeah, I need my space. Yeah, once you have your own separate bathrooms or separate, like we have separate bathrooms. I don't typically use the one guest bathroom a whole lot, but I have my vanity area. So like I do all my hair and makeup and facial stuff and everything at my little vanity area. So that's my space right there. Like that's me. That's my area. And then he gets the bathroom. So it works. Like, why you wrap the toilet? Wash my toilet. I gotta keep absolutely. You gotta keep the tan off the toilet. Yes. If I want to go out at 11. Oh my God. Yeah, no going out at 11 p.m. That's what time over here? Oh my God. No. We done. We go to bed. Too funny. I know, right? The men can have fun with each other. That's, it is what it is. Go have fun, but leave me alone. Oh my God. So, but anyways, so this weekend, you guys, like I said, at Universe will be a lot of fun. Let's see what else. What are some other peak week things? I want to talk about a few like suit hacks and things I want to show you guys. Because this is something that I've been talking about a lot recently. But anything else with peak week that you don't want to do? Anything else that you don't want to screw up your whole prep with for peak week? Throw them out now or forever hold your peace, right? So, and Holly, just so you know, I don't know if you were here last night or not, but this coming weekend is my 10-year anniversary of my pro card win at Universe 10 years ago. So we have to go out and have fun and celebrate, at least have a drink the night after the show on Friday night. I keep forgetting that the women are on Friday. So that'll be a little celebratory area, like drink time, have fun. I'm in prep, but I got plenty of carbs, so I'll save them. I'll save them for that night. But yeah, it's crazy when I sit and think about it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since I won my pro card. Actually, you know what? Since we're sitting here, let me pull it up. I think I've got my thing. Let me see if I can get my pictures up real quick. This will show you, if I can find my photos real quick from the pro card win, it'll show you the difference of, yep, here it is, figure now versus what it was when I won my pro card. So here's a good one. Let me save that. Let's see. Oh, hold on one second. Let's make sure. I don't know how I can get that to not show these other photos, because I don't want to show those other photos. How do I get rid of that? Ah, there we go. Got it. There we go. So this was Universe 2013. Getting my hand raised there, winning my class on my pro card. Let's see. Do your own tan. It's good to be prepared to glaze backstage. Sometimes the shows won't do it for you. I will not do my own tan. I'm going to tell you that. I'll do the prep part days in advance, but I am not doing my own tan. I'll tell you that. Let me get a good. So here's a good one. I thought I just saved that. I thought I just saved another photo, but I didn't. Where did it go? Okay, I think I got it this time. Yes. There we go. I got it. Here's our day after our card wins. There we go. Doing the figure shoot. You can see I was the tallest girl there. But this was figure back in the day. 10 years ago, this was figure. The same venue, same place that they still have the show from 10 years ago. But yeah, doing our little photo shoot for NPC News Online there. Do travel with your suit, heels, hair, and so on. Don't check it in with flying. Yes, put it in your carry-on bag. Absolutely. Pack a healthy meal to eat afterwards to avoid overeating at a restaurant. I don't agree with that. Just make healthy choices. Just make healthy choices. That's all. Don't go all crazy, but enjoy yourself the day of the night of the show. Enjoy yourself the night of the show. I always just want like a steak and salad and a glass of wine. I'm good. That tends to be what I want after a show. So let's see. Let's find a good photo. Oh, I can't get them to. There we go. There you go. Look at little skinny mini me. It's good enough to win my pro card, man. Back then, you can see back in the day, figure was smaller than bikini. Figure was smaller than bikini back then. But that was it. That was the weekend. That was it. It was a torturous show because it was a 2-day show. But yeah. Yep, sure is. Just like bikini now. Sure is. Yep. It's crazy when you look back, right? Let me find a picture of all of us girls. Let me see. Here's a good one. It's fun to go back and relive this stuff, though. Here's one. This is our top 5. Here we go. So that was the top 5. So, yeah, 2013. 10 years ago, you guys. 10 years ago. Don't do anything different without your coach knowing. Just because you think you won't be ready for the diuretics or removing salt or water, share all the concerns with the coach. Absolutely. Don't do anything that your coach didn't tell you to do, right? Don't do anything. And if you do something, tell your coach that you did it, because they can't adjust for it if they don't know that you did it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, so that was 10 years ago. Oh, feels like yesterday. Literally, I can still feel what that felt like. That's like one of my most imprinted memories in my body, my mind. I can still feel it when I close my eyes. I can still feel what that felt like. It was freaking crazy. It was something I was working for hard for 3 years. I got there, just over 3 years. So I was very, very happy with that. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of suit hacks. You ready? Okay. So this is something that I wanted to share with you guys because it's probably the most common questions that I get all of the time. So I'm going to show you a couple of products that you should put into your bag and take with you. Okay. This is the first one right here. All right. This is your E6000 craft glue. All right. They come in, this is a big tub of it, right? But they come in little travel containers as well. This is what you can use if you lose stones. Okay, get yourself little travel one, little tiny ones. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them on at Walmart, whatever. Have it in your bag, so if you lose a stone, you can glue it right back on. Okay, so this is what we use to glue all of the stones on all of the time. It is really, really strong glue, and it's meant to go on fabric, so this will help you. Yeah, it's definitely potent. But if you're only gluing on 1 or 2 stones, you're fine. This is just in case of emergencies, right? This is just so that you can put your stones back on if they fall off. If they're already glued on with E6000, they're probably not going to fall off. But this happens sometimes with stones that have been heat pressed. A lot of times suits will lose stones if they've been heat pressed. So just have this on you and you can glue the stones right back on. Next thing is people ask me about padding all the time. Polyfill right here, pillow stuffing. Okay. I'm actually a big fan of using gel inserts if you don't have a whole lot of chest. The gel inserts they look just like, breast implants, that kind of thing, but they are heavy and they are big most of the time. So if you don't need that much, or if you just want to fill out your bikini top, this works really, really well. And you can literally put as much or as little in there as you need. Yeah, you can use a toothpick. Yeah. Absolutely, Jennifer, with the glue. Yep. So this polyfill right here, you don't need a big, huge bag like this. That's how they sell it. And you can use that to stuff your bikini top. And I do recommend that you do that just to fill the top out itself if you need it. Like, I'm a girl that I don't need stuffing. I don't need padding, but most girls do. And it will just basically make your suit look a little more round more than anything else and fill out the area so it doesn't look flat against your skin. Okay. This stuff, throw it in your bag. You're good to go. All right. The last thing that you should have in your bag is clear fishing line right here. I have the huge bag. There you go. This clear fishing line right here. Okay. This stuff right here is becoming more and more essential. And the reason why I say this is because the majority of girls out there now want suits that have single row connectors. So what that means is, if your connector breaks, you got nothing holding you in there anymore. Now, we used to have these thicker connectors, like here's a thicker connector right here, right? If one of these little pieces breaks, it's not going to fall off you, right? You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay if one of these breaks. If you've got a single connector, you're done. You're done, right? And because they're single connectors, they don't have any other pieces to kind of hold them in place either. So they do break more easily, right? So make sure you've got this clear fishing line on you. When you actually put your suits on, be very, very careful with twisting them. If you twist them, they're going to break. Okay. So you have to be careful with them. But at the same time, this stuff right here, this clear fishing line, will save you from all of those heartaches. We have a few people, Jennifer, I believe you're one of them, who will just take the clear fishing line and wrap their entire connector in the fishing line. So then that way, if any of it decides to break, doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere. The beautiful thing about the clear fishing line is you can't see it, right? There have been times where I've put it on connectors for girls and I literally don't know where I just made my knot because I can't see it, because you can't, that's the whole point. You can't see it. So it's extremely strong and it will make sure that your connector stays put together and you don't have to worry about it and you can't see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful hack right here. Have this on you at all times because no matter what, you can fix your connector, boom, like that. Okay. I always tell this story about one of my girlfriends who for a long time had her own suit business. She was a bikini pro Olympian. She was a bikini Olympian. She was in line getting ready to go on stage for prejudging for the Olympia when her connector in the middle of her suit top broke. Now, again, she's a bikini Olympian. She owns a bikini company. And this happened to her in line for prejudging for the Olympia. She went and grabbed her backup suit and put that on. But if she had this clear fishing line, boom, you tie it right back together, boom, you're done. Right? You're done. You're good. So have this on you at all times, no matter what. Okay. And again, we're seeing this become more and more of an issue because girls want the single connectors. You know, there's not a lot of girls still going for thicker connectors. Some do. So, and even the 2-line connectors, double strand connectors, it's still a good idea to have these here, have this on you just in case. You know, worst case scenario too, what you can do is you can glue the suit itself onto your skin. So if you do that, it's not going to go anywhere either. But this stuff will save your life. Telling you this stuff will save your life. Okay. So get this fishing wire. It's clear. As long as it's clear, you're good. Right? So it's just for me to keep my calm and cool on stage if anything wants to pop. Yep. You know, and here's the thing, like, it's just a safeguard, right? At the end of the day, it takes away that stress. It alleviates that stress. So get yourself some fishing line. Any other hacks anybody has? That's my hacks for tonight. Any other hacks? Typically in bikini, you don't have to use a whole lot of glue. Figure, sometimes you do in order to keep the straps up, that kind of thing. Yep, you control the controllables. Absolutely. Control the controllables. Yes, definitely. The railroad, the big ones, the ladder connectors. Yeah, those were pretty. I actually liked those. They're not in anymore. Ashley Kaltwasser was like the last one to hold on to those. Right? Ashley Kaltwasser was the last one to get rid of those ladder connectors. Get a suit that actually fits so you don't have to glue the mess. Yeah, that's true too. Yep. Yep. But yeah, so those are my hacks. And, you know, sit down and go through this live again when I repost it and take down some notes, right? So that when you get into peak week, you don't do any of these mistakes. There was a lot of really good ideas here that people had, right? At the end of the day, peak week should really just be another week, and you should just be kind of relaxing a little bit, right? You should just kind of be relaxing a little bit. Yeah, just buy one of my suits, and you don't have to glue it. None of my girls ever have to glue their suits. Just saying, there's a reason. There's a reason. So, yep, suits are all adjustable. Something else that some people don't realize too with my suits I wish I had one on me that I could show you, and I don't. Nope, I don't have one. All right, I'll grab it. But the backs, they have the hooks. You can adjust it and get them tighter. You can actually take the hook out of the connector itself, and you can actually pull it up and put the connector back together when it's on you. You know, some girls have an issue with their thighs being a little bit bigger. You know, wellness girls, things like that do too. So once you actually get it up and over your hips, then it sits on you perfect. But sometimes it's hard to get it up and over your hips, right? You can actually take the connector out and you can put it back in once you got it up to where you want it on your waist. Because of the way that my suits are actually structured, you can do that. So that's just another little hack. I wish I had one on me, but I don't have any on me right now that are put together. I shipped out a few of them the other day, so I don't have any on me that I can show you. But you can take the connector out completely. Make sure you have your own lip gloss, lipstick, especially just in case your lip liner becomes a predominant lane. You can blend and reapply. Yeah, Holly, your lip liner was a little dark. Definitely have your own lips, for sure. What else? Just my bottoms. It's always in the biggest. There you go. It's all good though. That's where it should be. If it goes smaller, then you know maybe you're losing too much glute. Maybe you're losing too much glute if you do that, right? But yeah, so those are some little hacks for you guys. So again, save this video for when you're going in your peak week. Go back through and watch it. Pick up some of the little tips and stuff so that if you ever are questioning anything, you can come back to it. And other than that, I will see you guys at Universe if you're going to be there. So I'm heading out tomorrow, getting up bright and early, get all my stuff packed and drive down. It's about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive. So hopefully be there early in the afternoon, crossing our fingers as long as there's no traffic and stuff. Let's cross the fingers. And if you are one of my clients that needs to get with me for posing and stuff tomorrow night, I'll be in touch as I'm going down there, so that we can stay in communication and get that all set and ready to go for you. If you're one of my hair and makeup clients, you have your appointments for Friday, and everybody has responded, so everybody knows where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. I will be responding with the room number when I check in. And that's it. We're off to the races for this weekend, so it's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. So great input tonight for new and experienced competitors. This was good. Awesome. Yes. I noticed immediately thinking I don't think it's supposed to be this way, even though it's a stage makeup. Yeah. Oh yeah. I noticed it immediately, Holly. Maybe you noticed it immediately. It's okay. We got it fixed. We took care of it. All right. Other than that, after this weekend, then we have what's next? Masters Nationals is next. Then we have Clash of the Titans here locally. Then we have Tampa. Then we have Nashville Fit Show. And I'm thinking about maybe Jay Cutler in Richmond. If we have people doing that one, I had a few people reach out to me to that one. I can go down to Richmond pretty easily. So let me know if you're interested in Jay Cutler for hair and makeup. If I get, a handful of girls that need it, I'll put it on my schedule. And then North Americans. And then we're in September. So, all right. That's it for tonight. We got my website up here, SeansCoutureCuties.com, suitsandposing.com. You got me right there. You can just scan that. They'll take you right there. And other than that, I will talk to you guys when we get back next week. And stay tuned on my Spotify and everything this weekend too, because I'll be uploading when I get a chance to go live at Universe. So again, I mentioned this yesterday. I am going to try and do a little bit of commentary, depending on the classes and stuff like that at the actual show this weekend. So be paying attention to Spotify too. And that's it, I think. I carry my cutie lipstick everywhere I go too. High on my own supply, right? All right, you guys, have a great night, and we'll see you back here next week. Okay? Good night.